Hey guys, what's up? It's Shelby and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do some special effects makeup or FX makeup, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I've had a couple people actually ask me to do this. So yeah, here it is. So if you're interested, keep on watching and let's just get right into the video. So basically all you really need is liquid latex, Kleenex, and one of these, and like some fake blood and stuff. So, but I'm gonna just start off with these, the basics. So yeah, I'm just gonna start and pull these apart. So I'm gonna go across my lips. I'm also gonna take this out at some point. I think I'm not 100% sure yet, but and then I'm just going to pull these apart, probably like that thick. As you can see, I'm not a very good ripper. These are the two only good ones that I got. So is that even thick enough? Yeah, that'll be good, right? So yeah, I'm just gonna pretty much do just a Black Dahlia smile type thing. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm debating if I want to take this out. I think I am going to take it out just because I don't want to get it dirty. So let's just do that real quick. Not lose the ball, because I lost the ball on the floor the other day taking this out and I got really scared, but I found it, thank God. Wow, that feels, I feel naked. Alright, now we're in business. So you're just gonna take your little spongy thing and I'm gonna attempt to open this because I never can because it's always stuck to the top. But that actually came off really easy, except now there's a whole clump of this that I have to take out. I've been actually keeping like this really clean because it's really hard to open if I don't. So I'm gonna start and just put some liquid latex, probably like here all the way around to the side. I'm probably gonna do most of this as a mouth over, like, I mean as a voiceover, because it's gonna be across my mouth, so that's gonna be kind of difficult, if you get what I'm saying. So I just add latex all the way around, and then I put on my first layer of Kleenex, and I kind of did it in sections so that like the latex wouldn't like get too dry before I stuck it on. And then I just did that all the way around, and I did this about 4 times. And then once I put the first layer on, I kind of pulled like the edges and stuff off, like that were like too big, you know, and then I went in with a Q-tip and I just laid some of the edges down that I didn't put the latex on, just so that it would all like stick, you know. And then I put another layer of latex and then another layer of Kleenex as well, and on this one I did go all the way around and I didn't like the way that it was. So on the next one I did the sections again because I didn't like the way that this one stuck. And on my last layer, you always want to put your last layer of latex over so that it doesn't just look like Kleenex. It'll turn it into the like skin like feeling to it. And once you have that done, you're going to want to fan it for about 5 minutes or until it's dry. And then once it's all dry, you want to start shading. I use 2 different colors of concealer because your skin isn't just one color, so I used a lighter shade and a darker shade and just put it all over and blended it out with a beauty blender. And did the same thing with the other concealer. I did one concealer at a time, and then you want to put it a little like over, like you want to put it on your skin as well, so it's all like one color. And of course, after concealer, you want to put some powder over it as well. Kind of the same thing as if you were putting on like foundation or anything. And then you want to start cutting. I started at my mouth just because like I didn't put a lot of latex there, and I just cut where my mouth is, and then I took a like smaller makeup brush and pushed it through so that like I wouldn't cut my skin. And then I just cut where like I made the line, because like that'll pull the latex up off your skin, and then I cut there so I wouldn't like cut my skin or anything. And then to open up your wound, you want to cut like a little bit of the like edge off so that it's not like overlapping too much. And then you want to pull the skin like out a little bit so that it isn't like one like straight line. When you pull it out, it kind of tears a little bit and stretches, and it looks way more realistic than just having like one line of cutting. And then going in with a super deep red paint, like face paint, and going in all inside of the cut. You don't want to go in with a black because it'll look too deep. You want to go in with a deep red. If you don't have a deep red, mix red and black and go in. You can also use eyeshadow, but seeing this is a bigger space, it works better if you use a paint because paint goes farther than powder. Going in with the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette and taking the 3 red shades and shading it just around where I cut, because newer cuts are not super irritated yet, and I'm making this as a newer cut. If you were going to use an older cut, you would want to add more shading to it, but I'm focusing this just where the cut is, and then adding like a little bit around the edges, but not very much. And then going in with the dark purple shade and doing the same thing, but I'm not taking this as like around as much. I'm just focusing it more on where we cut, and then taking like whatever is left on the brush and kind of running it around the cut. And then going in with the yellow shade and adding it to make it look a little bit more irritated and not so like new, I guess, kind of making it a little irritated, and then you're done with shading. And adding some fake blood, a little bit on the inner part just to make it look a little shinier, but you don't want to add too much into the inner part because you're going to use coagulated blood instead. And then you want to focus this more like where the cut is, like where you shaded, and you want it to look kind of like blood splatter. You don't want it to look super clean, you want it to look a little bit more messy, so you can just kind of, you know, doesn't have to be too precise. And then I ate blood and it does not taste good. And then going in with coagulated blood and adding this on the inner part and a little bit like on the edges and stuff, but you want to focus this more on the inner part. It'll make it look so much more real. Coagulated blood looks way more realistic than just fake blood. And then you are done.